Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Yes, it's the 11th of January right now, and Cooper the Camera Shy Collie is showing you just why we call him Cooper the Camera Shy Collie. Since he saw that I'm filming, he turns his back. A very rude dog, a very gorgeous dog, but a very rude dog. As you can see, he's still faring along. Got his wheels, which you might also have seen. I did post in various places on social media and things. So yeah, Happy New Year, if it's not too late to say so. Well, I've said it anyway. Happy New Year. If you're new to the channel, you may be thinking, what is this guy on showing off? So a little disclaimer, this is I think the third or fourth year I've done a what I had for a Christmas video, but just for clarity, it's my birthday, Christmas Day, so you have to divide everything I got here in half, I guess. Some of them were birthday presents and some of them were Christmas presents. Some of them were joint birthday and Christmas together presents. I'm very lucky. I have some good friends and some good family who would like to treat me to things I like, and I'll show you some of the things non-bonsai related just here. This is my Christmas haul of whiskies this year. I also had some miniatures in my Christmas stocking as well. Never quite sure if my family are trying to say I've got a drinking problem, or whether they think I haven't got a drinking problem, therefore it's alright to buy me all these lovely different whiskies. But they just know that I like to sample lots of different whiskies. Okay, so this is the first of my parts, and continuation of the disclaimer is part of the reason for making this is not showing off. It's advertising showing off, kind of. It's just these are the pots that I will be making use of. I hate an empty pot, so I will be finding trees that I think will suit these pots one way or another. So it's a kind of advertisement of things that you can look forward to seeing. So number one is this rather gorgeous cream pot, similar to a smaller one I've already got, and I'm puzzling. I don't know what I'm going to put in this one. Not yet anyway. From two people entirely unrelated, I received these rather nice deep Cascade pots, one in green and one in blue. So yeah, we'll be working on some Cascade projects soon, I think. This is a rather nice bluey green pot, and I think we'll take one of my Japanese maples. I think possibly the one that what am I saying? The word variegated is the word that popped into my mind, and it's not the word that I want. What is the word that I want? Cut leaf. Emerald lace is the name of the Japanese maple that I think would fit into this pot rather nicely. Dissected leaves, that's what I'm trying to come up with. And also I have a rather nice Japanese maple which you may remember, which is in a training pot at the moment, which has the most glorious deep red autumn colouring. It's just a plain old Japanese Palmatum that I've grown from seed over a number of years. It's not yet gone into a bonsai pot, but I think this will be a rather nice bonsai pot that it's going to go into. Another blue pot, this time with a drip tray, a water tray, which I think I am going to use to replace for this alder, which you may recognise. One of the problems with trees like an alder that need a wet soil is that sometimes it will expand enough to crack a pot. And this pot's about had it. I know some people suggest using the gold and gluing it together, but it doesn't appeal to my eyes, so I think it'll just be get rid of that pot and put it into this one. But I think it will look nice. In fact, I'm sure it will. I can picture in my mind it's almost a straight swap. So this is a rather nice little pot and tray. It's a greeny glaze. It's quite interesting. At the moment I have no clue what tree will go into this pot, but I will find one come spring and video it for sure. And then there's this. This is a very attractive pot. Green, irregular shaped, round, and again I have no clue at this moment what tree will go in that, although I do have a couple of white poplars that are looking for a home that might suit. So again, something to look forward to come spring. It was just legged it indoors. I think it's too cold out here for him. Anyway, I had this rather nice pot, which just reminds me very much of Bill and Ben. For those in the UK of a certain vintage will know who Bill and Ben are. At this point I have no clue. I'm wondering, I have a what have I got? A dawn redwood, a rather large dawn redwood that I've been again grown from seed, that I've been developing a trunk on, which might look good in that. Circular pots are always a little tricky, I find, because the tree needs to look good from all angles, but then again I like trying to make trees look good from at least two sides. So yeah, a little problem, but a happy problem. I guess this would be a rather nice semi-cascade pot, which came with a junior partner, one in terracotta, or dark grey terracotta, I don't know what you'd call that, one in the blue. So I guess I'm going to be looking at possibly doing some semi-cascade projects as well. If you've got any suggestions for any of these pots, and you think of any of my trees, or just, you know, such and such would look good in that or in that, feel free to drop a comment below. As I was saying, round pots can be quite tricky. I have a few here. This is a rather nice green, almost shaped like a bell, I guess. Again, not really sure about this, though possibly an alder. Let me see, where's that? This alder has been in this little pot for quite some time, and I'm thinking actually it might look quite nice in that. Let me know what you think down below. It's a possibility. Being thirsty trees, alders like a nice deep root one, so it might be good for this tree to get into something a bit deeper. What else? This is a rather nice pot, and I'm still thinking maybe that dawn redwood might look even nicer in this, or possibly, do you know, I'm having one of those mornings this morning where I'm looking directly at the tree. I know what it's called, but do you think I could drag its name into my mind? It'll come back to me probably after I've uploaded and edited, or even edited and uploaded this video. Okay, I've got this pot, or I've had an identical one to this pot, and I've got a rather nice, what's the cherry I think I put in it in the end. So again, another tree that needs to be looked at from all sides, but yeah, I'm looking forward to finding something to go into this tree, into this pot. It is really nice, very pretty pot. Okay, so this is again a rather nice fluted design, blue with a drip tray, and again I'm not quite sure, but I will find a tree. And this one, which is a very nice green. Again, I am thinking of an alder that I have that at the moment is in a blue pot, and I know it's here somewhere. I will find it and I will look at it some more and I will decide, but I think possibly another of my alder might go into that. Yes, definitely. I'm thinking this tree would fit rather nicely in this pot, and again, being an alder, it does like that deep root run, which with this would provide. Absolutely love this little fern that has moved in, so I would hope I could not dislodge that if I could. Yeah, as you can see, this tree's already been fighting its way out of the pot, so I think it definitely would be happier in a slightly larger one. Okay, almost done. Hope I'm not boring you too much. As I say, this isn't meant to come across as the big I am, or I'm clever and look at all the lovely pots I got. Yeah, remember, this is birthday and Christmas, but it's a lovely brown pot that I'm going to have to find a conifer of some kind, and I'm not sure if I've got anything specific. I may have to go shopping, which will be fun. So, 2 more pots to go. There's this rather nice little reddy brown. Actually mostly brown, but with a lot of red accenting, almost like a snakeskin glaze, if that's a thing, which again I will have to find a small tree for. And then finally, but last but by no means least, is the pot that I'm going to have to find a tree for, which is going to cause me the most problems. I've said before, I don't have any indoor trees. Almost all the windowsill space is taken up with my wife's collection of orchids and things, and when I say and things, I mean knickknacks, ornaments, etc. But I did receive this nice pot and tray, which states very clearly on it, bonsai pot, indoor use only, which means it's not going to be frost hardy. So I'm going to have to find myself an indoor tree. I've already had that discussion with my wife, and it seems that we can make a little bit of space in the porch, and I've had my eye on a neighbour's jade that they've had sitting in their porch looking quite neglected, and I know them well enough to be cheeky and say, would you like me to swap that for a nicer looking plant? And they'll probably say yes. So anyway, there you have it. So is that all I had for Christmas? Not quite. One more thing, which I hope will come in very handy. So this is what I guess Winnie the Pooh would call a very useful box. This is a toolkit that is supposed to be guaranteed waterproof, keep your tools dry and leave them out, which means in theory I'll be able to leave my bonsai tools out here on the bench and not drag them in and out every time I want to do some work on a tree or do some recording, and all will be well. We shall see. Hopefully I won't come out here one morning and find it filled with water. After all the rain that we've had recently, that wouldn't surprise me anyway, but there you go. So if you stayed to the end, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you've got any thoughts about what trees of mine that you've seen before that might go into these new pots, give me a shout. Of course, the thing I have to keep in mind is that any trees that I relocate from one pot into one of these new pots, I'll then need to find trees to go into the old pots. So more fun, and more videos. So that's it for this one. I hope to be back to some sort of regular schedule, probably one a week for the next month or so, and as we hit February and into March, the repotting season occurs. Hopefully I'll be back to my twice weekly schedule of Wednesdays and Sundays. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Do all the usual YouTube things, the liking, subscribing and commenting, but most of all, please stay safe everybody.